I'm sorry. Oh god. That is so funny. I'm
Evening,
sorry.
ladies and gentlemen.
We are back with a Film Sharks High Five!
We all live in different states.
What?
We can't high five.
Also, it's probably not a good idea to high five people.
Oh my gosh.
Because all of us have the virus. Anywho.
Hold on. What's the name of that guy in Nausicaa again?
So guys, I'm gonna ask a question.
What are you asking?
Hold on.
Okay, go on, Mark. Yes.
Ask the question I begin every episode with.
How's everybody's week's been?
Come on, it's a great starter. What's wrong with it? I'm being kind by asking how your weeks were going, okay?
It's great, super great. I watched Nausicaa, I had a bright time with my mom. It was freaking great, you know?
Watched a bunch of really amazing R-rated movies, so yay.
Oh my god. Which Christian can't watch.
We'll get to that. My birthday was on Wednesday.
No way. I had no idea. Happy birthday.
Oh, thanks.
Lord
I
Yupa.
only got like one gift. I got Skype. I know.
Wait.
Another gift.
Well, it's
is
good to get
coming.
Skyfall.
But yeah, like Skyfall was like $5.
Guys, for real, I didn't know raisins were grapes for the longest time. I mean... I know that was random. I just wanted to say that because, I mean...
Alright.
I legit didn't know that. I mean, I thought they were their own thing. Like, I don't know.
Okay.
They just spawn naturally into being. Is that what you're
No, I thought it was a plant or something. I thought they were different than grapes for like a long time. Like,
Well, I know difference.
Son, I know you are a farmer, life's like me, but you must learn the secret of the raisin tree.
yeah, they're sun-dried grapes. Who knew? I mean, holy crap. It's amazing.
Hold up. Do you want to get this party started?
Let's get this party started!
Come on and slam.
What is your suggestion? Some good old-fashioned movies?
Some weed in the back if you want.
I thought you were about to say some good old-fashioned... Sure, I'd be down for a drama, right?
Oh.
Oh, you hear about the Netflix watch party?
I've heard of that.
Yeah, they're doing a bunch of watch parties right now. I don't really get it.
We should totally do that with something, but I don't know what.
Maybe... hold on.
We should take one of those movies and then we should do a live stream where we do a watch party, but we like live the audio of it, and then like people can.
Yeah.
We do, or we could just make like the audio commentaries that YMS makes, where they watch a movie and then you can like play this audio commentary over it.
Wow.
We could do that, yeah.
Well, we can, wow.
What do we want to start today off with, though?
I won't talk about Bloodshot this podcast, I swear. No, that won't happen.
Don't.
I'll try to resist.
He's gonna drag Nausicaa into the ground this time.
Not Nausicaa, no, I'm not gonna mention her either. Nausicaa's one of the few people that could beat Bloodshot, but, you know, I mean...
I haven't seen the first 10 minutes of Bloodshot.
Yeah, did you like it?
Or 9 minutes. I said I didn't.
What? Oh! We gotta watch the whole movie. It gets a lot better.
If it hits digital like all the other movies are, I'll watch it.
Well, you can buy it right now. It's $20.
It is online, alright?
Yeah, it is.
I ain't paying $20 for Bloodshot.
I definitely would.
That's because
okay, I don't buy movies I haven't. I never buy movies I haven't seen.
Hunger Games. Let's see.
Give me a second. I'm looking for the exact thing, and I was just like, I just put me thinking about it and showed Mark's character from Night Owl Phase 2 drinking. He posted the clip on the group chat.
Wow.
And then just the, wow, XD, I hated that.
Oh, no.
That was, and you got mad at me.
Okay, guys, so...
Sorry, I'm just looking up...
What do we want to start today off with?
I thought we were going to talk about 1917, right?
We can start that.
Even though I've already, you know... Let me look up, Harry Potter? Is that on Netflix? I don't know. Doesn't say where they're at. Like, what the frick? I don't know. But something happened? Oh, there they are. Okay.
Well, do you want to? I'll give our perspectives on 1917.
Yeah, right. Yeah, sorry. I was phased out for a second. we blocked out for...
Blocked out again, guys. This keeps happening.
Why isn't it telling me where they're freaking at? Like, come on. Stop messing up.
Oh, no, I'm not.
There you
Weird. I saw a voice setting saying I was muted. Guys.
go. What?
Oh.
Okay. Again, I just saw something that said I was muted and I was like,
You're
oh,
muted?
I said muted, but no, I'm not. I'm not muted. Okay. All right, let's. My voice is echoing. Anyways, go on.
1917?
All right.
Yeah,
1917.
this is awkward.
Wow!
1917 is a man.
Why isn't it telling me what I can watch? If I could swear.
This is an awkward. Sorry for anybody listening to this, because this is an awkward podcast right now.
Just like your mom was with me last night. Oh, burn! Oh, ow!
The hell, Tate?
Take, go to your room.
You want a fight or flight? I'm done.
Why do you have the most immature sense of humor of all of us? Yet you're the oldest.
Because I'm the Tatermeister, baby.
And I'm the one that should be making your mom jokes.
Yeah, well, you're the most sophisticated 14-year-old I ever met in my life, so you don't count.
And I should be angry at like Teen Titans Go or something.
You have the intelligence of like a 40-year-old, Mark. I mean,
It's
seriously.
high praise, thanks.
That's why when you do get to 30 years old, I think you're gonna be like the smartest man in the universe.
Once I hit 30, I'll be like 80 years old. Once I hit 30, I'll be like listening to only blues.
Like, bro, you accomplished so much. Think about this. You made 10 short films already. How many people can say they've made that at 14 years old? Let's be real.
Thanks.
I mean, come on. You're awesome. Like... All right, enough with the compliments.
I'm not a compliment fan, so.
Come on, give me something. I'm trying to look up movies we could do on a watch party, but I can't find anything.
Oh, we are on a podcast right now recording, so we're probably boring a lot of people to death right now. So how about we not look at the watch?
Well, if they watch 4 already, they'll watch this. They don't care.
Mark, I think this is entertaining people because they're just like nothing is happening and yet everything is happening.
Just like Night Owl Phase 2 on YouTube right now.
Talk about that. We need
Yes.
to talk about something though.
We could talk about how I banged. Okay, I'll stop.
Hey, gosh darn it,
Are
man.
I know the perfect thing to talk about. Bloodshot. I mean, how amazing that movie.
You literally said you weren't going to bring it into.
I'm sorry. I swear that was the last time. I just one more joke. That was it.
What did you think on Bloodshot?
Bloodshot, the best movie of 2020. Actually, no, Bad Boys for Life is, but I don't know.
Onward is, but okay.
Timmy Failure there.
I like Timmy Failure. That was pretty cool. A lot better than Stargirl, but
Wait, is Timmy Failure better than Onward?
I don't think so. But it's a really good movie.
I put it. It's currently my 1 out of like 18 movies I've seen of 2020.
I've seen 4 movies, and that will stay that way probably.
I saw the worst Netflix movie of all time a couple days ago. Like, it was so bad.
What was it?
It's this movie with Anne Hathaway and Ben Affleck. It's called hold on, I have to remember the name. I don't like thinking of the name because it was so bad.
You put yourself into a coma while watching it.
Like, bro, I didn't like Rhythm Section, but that was making Rhythm Section look good. That's just how bad it was.
No.
Like, bro, Rhythm Section had the lowest opening of all time, and this movie was worse than that. Like, that's just sad. Like, I don't know.
Oh, what's the? All right, there's the.
It's called damn, what's the name of it? I don't want to think of it, but it's a movie where like a bunch of BS happens and nothing makes sense. That's basically like it's saying.
Actually, think about Ben Affleck. I realized lately. So I guess I really don't. This is really bothering me for some reason.
Well, he's
Him
barely in the movie I'm talking about, but I mean.
and Anna de Armas are like dating now, and I don't know why I find that weird.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, they're a cute couple.
And they're 16 years apart.
I mean, my dad and his wife is 15 years apart.
Okay.
Granted,
No,
he's
sorry,
50 and
2
she's
years
like
apart.
36 or something, but I don't know.
Well, the thing about that is that I don't know why. It's just like, then you like see them like he's like really touchy to her. Like he's like.
Who
really
would want to
sexy.
touch her? She's freaking amazing.
It's actually kind
This,
of.
this
But I
is
don't know
a,
why. Ben Affleck is like a classic '90s actor, like 2090s actor, and then Anna de Armas is kind of like this new uprising actress. So I
Yeah.
don't know.
What is your point?
knows.
I'm just kidding.
My point is I don't like them as a couple, but it doesn't really matter, I guess.
Oh, I know what the little prince
They love
is.
each
Okay.
other. Then they love each other, so what am I to judge?
Did you literally look up the Little Prince?
No, I just saw a letterbox that you reviewed it. Yeah.
Oh,
So for how long have
that's
we-
I'm trying to look up the movie I was talking about.
God dang it, guys.
What? Oh, there it is.
Why are we doing this?
The last thing he wanted. That was the name of the movie I hated so much.
Mark, you're like the teacher in the classroom. It's like, guys, pay attention.
Woohoo!
This is me when I'm trying to get everybody at KFDM to work. Like they're all messing around, and I'm like, just like, guys, we got a movie to film.
Well, that's why you're such a good director, Mark. I mean,
That's why I'm
And
not a
now
good
you
director. 'Cause I
know
don't-
why
Actually, I have to, eventually I'll just break out, and I was like, one time they were all just messing around in my room, and I was like, guys, we got to film, and they're all just messing around. I grabbed the door and I just slammed it, and they all just went on. They're like, Mark, I'm sorry, what do we do? And I'm like, you guys were being.
I think Fight or Flight's gonna be the most biggest project I've ever done. I'm gonna have like a ton of people in that. But...
Anyways, I was gonna say that's why 90% of the short films I've done don't like. I'm like usually the only guy on the film. 'Cause
Wow.
When
Oh,
filming
man.
with my
It's not Friday.
sisters, it
All right.
takes a lot of the work because we just get easily just rambunctious.
All right. So let's talk about an actual topic. Since Christian just watched Space Jam, I think we should talk about Space Jam and Space Jam 2. How about that?
I thought
Okay,
we were
we're-
talking about
we're talking about Space
1970.
Jam.
We'll get to that later. We'll get to that later.
Okay, you guys talk about Space Jam. I haven't
Space
seen it.
Jam! Woo! Oh yeah! All right.
No. Let's not talk about this.
Why not? I love that movie.
I haven't seen it.
Mark hasn't seen it.
Oh my god! Have you what?
I haven't seen every freaking movie.
Space Jam is one of the most famous movies in the world, and you've never seen it? Like, what the frick? Like-
I haven't.
Is
I haven't
it
been told
really
every
one of the
day
most
my life
famous
to go
movies?
watch it.
Bro, I watched it when I was like 6. I'm 23. Like, how the forget at the time?
Is it one of the
Okay,
most
look.
famous movies of all time?
I've watched it like 100 times. Like, how the frick have you not
Like
seen
okay,
it?
in
okay.
comparison to like I don't know.
Say, yeah, you told me to watch Space Jam, and you told me to watch Django, and you told me to watch every Tarantino movie and every Scorsese movie. Stop giving me every movie to watch.
Bro, Space Jam is a classic. It's an iconic movie. How
I
could you not
know.
see it? Like, come on.
You're
I
not
haven't seen
missing
it.
much, Mark.
Sorry, I haven't seen it. Yeah, I don't even know if it's like that.
It's fine. We won't talk about Space Jam. I just sad. I thought everybody has seen it, but I guess not. Oh well.
I mentioned.
It's really
seen it.
It's really stupid to Mark. It really is.
Oh,
stupid.
no,
I
no,
know a lot
no,
of
really? It's intentionally stupid. That's the point. Like,
I wouldn't say intentionally stupid. It's just stupid but entertaining. Because
yeah, it's the point. It's stupid.
I literally put this
Look at
on
the
like
premise.
Twitter an hour ago. I just said, imagine trying to explain Space Jam to someone who's never the movie in their entire life and go, oh, so it's about these aliens that run an amusement park and they're running out of money, so they think let's make all the Looney Tunes our prisoners. Amusement, and so
And we gotta
they
play him in a
decide-
basketball game.
Yeah, so the Looney Tunes decide to make it a basketball game so they have a fighting chance, but then all the aliens steal the essence of the basketball players, and then they have to get Michael Jordan. And
It's my type of movie.
Nine.
It's amazing.
1917.
All right. We'll talk about 1917. All right. God.
Masterpiece.
Title of this episode: Take Gets Everyone Off Topic.
I guess we could title it that. We should be talking about Bloodshot some more. Okay.
No.
Like genuinely, guys, 1917.
All right, so 1917, my 5th favorite movie of all time. It's an amazing movie. I mean,
You'd think you'd be like so excited to talk about it, considering it's one of your favorite movies.
well, I mean, I haven't seen it since the first time I saw it, but I already know it's one of my favorites. It's automatically amazing.
Amazing. Fun.
Imagine if you rewatch it and you go, I hate this movie now.
Nah, that's impossible. I'll love it again.
Nobody hates 1917.
You'd be surprised. There's some people out there that don't like it on Twitter.
Though they don't like. Think about this thing. They don't like it because it got nominated.
Well, they don't like it because, oh, well, other war movies were better. I'm like, okay, well, just your opinion.
Other war movies were better. That is, you know what's sad is that you could say that about every war movie except the best war movie of all time.
I mean,
yeah,
it's my favorite
that
war
about
movie.
any movie at one point. Well, it was not as good as other anime movies.
Well, other movies are better. Yeah, that's the case with every movie except one.
Yeah, The Godfather. I'm just kidding.
If you think it's the best movie of all time, that's fair.
I'm just.
I was gonna say.
concept.
I was gonna say the big complaints I saw was a lot of people just really didn't feel that the one-shot take gimmick was worth. Like,
I
using
think
in
it was the
story.
perfect thing for that type of movie. I mean, it was.
Yeah, but some people just felt it really was just only used as a gimmick.
I mean,
the
you could
actual
say the
movie
same thing
style.
about Birdman. I mean, the frick, I don't know.
I feel like I've heard that Birdman does it better.
Well, I don't think it does. It's a good movie, but I didn't
I don't
love it.
actually think. I actually, they're like, one of the only issues I had in 1917 were the shot thing, because there were a couple times where I was like, yeah, I can see the cut there. And the
Well,
fact that
I mean, duh, they had to cut a couple times. They couldn't just,
notice the cut. And
That does lead into something that kind of bugged me about 1917 a bit. Okay, so slight clarification for everyone. Christian saw 1917 like out of nowhere. So everyone, hopefully, in the first episode, me going, "Hey, when it comes on Redbox, I'll watch it because then I can basically like TV edit it myself." Which actually didn't end up happening. Really, anything that like set me on about.
Yeah, it's really not that rated R. I mean,
it has its reasons. I can see where it is, but it's incredibly light. But like the big issue I had was it's the part you guys know exactly what I'm talking about. It's the part where it just like he gets shot by one of the like Germans. His helmet falls off, gets knocked out, and it cuts to black.
That's what Josh was saying on Twitter. I'm like, bro, like.
I just sat there and was like, hold on.
I think the issue I have with that moment,
bro, they had to. It was his point of view. He's knocked out, so he wakes up. That's why they did that. I mean, it's not that complicated.
Here's the thing. There's a really easy thing they could have done to fix that. Really easy.
This is what I think should have been done. So what they do is that it cuts out to black, and then it restarts the shot. So it actually kind of does in a lot of ways kill one shot. But
it's a two-shot movie, I guess, in a way.
What I was trying to refer to is you could achieve it through lighting. So here's what I said. It was so he goes day and it has to cut to night. Easy. Turn the lights around the building to dark. Like on a slow transition.
Light chain, like have a cool little.
I don't know. I liked what they did.
They'd rather shoot for
hold on him.
Well, they'd rather shoot for the cliche shock. He got shot, and then it cuts to black. They'd rather go for that little gimmick.
Well, I mean, it's just because the whole movie was through his perspective, so that's why it's cut to black.
That's the other thing. We can't have him. The audience will know at that point he is dead.
It isn't really through his perspective. It's just following him. It doesn't really. It's not glued to his perspective. I mean, it is kind of from his perspective, but if you go on that logic, then any movie with a main character is from his perspective.
I was about to say.
I guess we could show them picking him up and dragging him, but that'd be boring. I don't think that's what they wanted. They wanted to show that.
Picked him up and dragged him. What?
No, he got knocked out. Like again,
Got knocked out and woke up in the same spot.
Oh,
they could have literally just used a lighting change, because
Would
they
it
were
have kept-
holding on. Because
And if they didn't do
here's
that,
the thing.
if they didn't do that, then when the shot returned, it should have been the exact same shot it started from, but it didn't. It just was a totally new shot.
Okay,
Okay,
well,
So what I'm...
I don't care. It's a masterpiece.
Yeah, I agree with that.
It's not a masterpiece.
Okay. I think it's a masterpiece. But...
I liked a lot of things, which we'll get to, but I'm just saying, had they just like had it like it just holds on him at the stairs, nowhere close to the windows, and just slowly went dark, I think it would have worked better, and it would have achieved their goal of a one shot better than just cutting to black. Because as a result, it just becomes 2 shots basically, and that's less. That doesn't feel.
Well,
like
then
it's
again, you could look at it like this. Then it isn't a gimmick then, because it didn't do a whole one-shot movie. Aha! I got you there, Christian.
No, not really.
Well, then,
No, not
then
really.
that makes it.
nothing.
Well, you can't argue. You can't go against the argument that the movie's selling point was the one shot. That was like part of the whole marketing of it,
Yeah.
and like say.
I
well,
would
it
have went to
wasn't-
see it even if it wasn't
no,
one shot. Okay, I like World War One. I don't care, but I mean.
One shot
Yeah, but-
makes it a lot more intense, and it makes it a far better film. I think if it wasn't one shot, because it doesn't. I don't think anybody will say it has that original of a plot.
I love the
Nobody's
plot.
arguing that it has. Yeah, I love the plot, but that doesn't mean it's original. Like,
Yeah.
It just doesn't.
Neither
not
Saving
this
Private
mind-
Ryan, but everybody loves that movie to death. I forgot.
Saving Private Ryan's a masterpiece of filmmaking.
I
Yeah,
agree to
right.
disagree.
Private
But
Ryan's that's just a good freaking movie. So
it's good, but the same way I feel about Parasite. I don't think it's the best movie on the whole freaking universe. I mean, really.
you gonna die.
Tay,
Tay.
I don't know what is up with you today, but you're just like off today.
I'm just being for real. Like, really. Like, Parasite and The Saving Private Ryan aren't the best movies in the world, everybody. Okay, relax. Like,
Okay.
I have a method to my madness. Overall, I did like the one-shot gimmick. That was a part with the one-shot, one of the parts with the one-shot gimmick I felt.
bro, in the end of the
Really?
day, William Schofield as a character, I related to him so much, and I think I'm just biased towards his character. I mean, that's why I love the movie so much.
I liked the
Character-wise, it's a
characters.
great movie.
You're acting.
Nobody's arguing it's a.
You're acting like I didn't like the
Stop
movie.
attacking my movie! You're making me sad!
I'm just
All
pointing
here-
out I'm just pointing
Give
out
it a
a
5
slight
stars.
issue I had with the movie. Just a slight issue.
Okay.
Gave it a 5 stars. Tate gave it a 5 stars, and Christian gave it a 4.5. We all really like the movie. Okay? We all really love it. So like,
I'm sorry.
I-
I just
I
don't
was
take
about
criticism
to-
that well.
I was
neither do
about
I.
I have to defend Endgame on a daily basis on Twitter. I freaking swear. Like, oh, I hate Endgame.
I've hit a point where I just don't
$2.7
deal with it because I've just hit a point.
Can we go back to the days when Endgame first came out and everybody loved that? I want to go back to those days. Like,
So that's the days when movies were still coming out,
bro. Ugh.
and I wasn't stuck in my house.
Can we go back to the day when I was excited to see the Quiet Place Part 2? Can we go back to that day?
Quiet Place is a
Let's
really
go,
good
Mike.
movie.
No, I was gonna say that I liked the gimmick because the thing I was not expecting was just how atmospheric 1917 is.
Yeah.
Like, it's not a really action-heavy movie.
No, it's not.
Like the entire first, like,
Well, that's why I
basically
loved it.
hour of it.
We
the
have
first
plenty of
hour-
war movies that are actiony. We don't need 1970 to be actiony.
Like the first hour, like does have like a few tense moments, but it's kind of just them walking through no man's land and just talking, you know. Like the whole, like the whole, the rat and the ear.
Hmm.
But I really liked that because it was a quick way for you to like get to know these characters.
Yeah.
And to really understand where they're coming from without it feeling exposition heavy or
Yeah.
anything. It's not easy writing to do, but it helped so much further in the long run because I was watching it on the digital Redbox, so I didn't like the DVD. I just went to Redbox on digital and just borrowed it, so I was able to see the time. And it doesn't take. It takes an hour for the first like official gunshot at the main character to happen. Like that.
It's
that
very
like,
slow and atmospheric.
Yeah, that was the big thing that got me into it.
I think if you want a good
Well, that's
action
90%.
war movie, what?
I think what makes 1917 far different from any other films is that I think if you once your film cuts, it automatically makes it seem like it is not constant and there's breaks between things happening. But in 1917, it's just feels like one scene, just continuous.
And you get really immersed in
And
it.
it's
I mean, you're so like in the moment.
There's yeah, there's like no like plot break. Like the only time it actually breaks is in the middle, and like that's the point. Like the rest of it's just constant, keeps on going and going and going and
yeah,
going.
bro, I cried like twice towards the end of the movie. I mean, it's just an amazing movie.
I didn't even get close, but
I actually started bawling at Blake's death.
Not at the death, but like
even though I saw it coming like a mile away.
I was more shocked about that than sad, but I mean.
I was like, no.
You felt for them, so when it happened, it was like,
yeah,
no.
I get a little emotional when he's talking to the brother, and he's like, "Oh, you're Blake's friend. Well, where is he?" He's like,
yeah, that's what got me crying was the ending. I mean, and the song part.
I will say my favorite part is poor wayfaring soul.
Yeah, that's my favorite scene of the movie
Oh,
for sure.
Also, credit to the extras for not looking at the cameras.
I don't know if I mentioned this in an episode already, but like, all right. So I don't know if I mentioned this in an episode already, but one time I was playing like a game at my school, like a volleyball game, because that's what we did in the score was 1917, and I just go, well, at least the score is 1917, and right in my head it just starts playing Wayfaring Soul. That's perfect.
I'm going home to see my father. Bro, every time that trailer came on when I was watching a movie, I was so hyped.
I wasn't when that trailer was coming out. I wasn't ever hyped because I was like, "Oops, R-rated. I won't see it." Turns out I saw it. So.
Well, you see a lot of R-rated movies, Marco. What are you talking about?
And now it's not like R-rated. I ain't seeing it, but like, I might actually watch the pricing. It's on digital.
Like for every movie Jeremy Johns get Austin-tacular last year, I gave 10 out of 10. I mean, it's just so cool. He only gave 3 last year. What?
Well, I gave Joker and 1917 10 out of 10s, and I gave Endgame 10 out of 10. So guess so.
Yeah, Endgame, Joker, and 1917. I gave all 10 out of 10. So.
I was gonna say, what was I gonna say?
I'm good for Aria 10.
If it was possible, like, for like it to like there be like an edited version, I would definitely buy it for 1917. Because I did really enjoy it. That was really easy to TV edit.
It would.
Yeah, there's some rated R movies that aren't rated R, and there's some PG-13 movies that seem rated R.
Yeah. What was I gonna say? I did have one other issue with 1917.
Oh my god, no more criticisms, damn it.
This is a review, dude. We criticize the movie. That's what we gotta do.
This is one thing
it's perfect. Tate, no movie's perfect. Every movie has at least one
This is
flaw.
one thing that really, and I do really bugged me, was how certain scenes set up their tension. A good example, it's the scene where they're in the bunker, like, and it's like, oh, this is a rat, and the rat's bigger than our rats. There's a tripwire, rat.
I'll say this: the rat looked so fake. That rat put me off. I was like, that is not. What the heck?
I wasn't even paying attention to that. Like, really.
The thing I was so bugged by it's the same issue I have in it. It's one of my few issues with Quiet Place, but it's the part where the nail.
How could you criticize Quiet Place? I'm just kidding.
Hey, what do you not like about the nail? That's a really good horror technique. With her like.
It is, but it's one of those things.
How
where
dare you criticize John Krasinski?
It's one of those moments where as soon as happens, you know precisely how it's gonna play out, and so you just get really put off by it.
Yeah, that was predictable. I knew she was gonna step on the nail. I was like, really?
And it's not one of those predictable as in, oh gosh, no. but one of those don't movie.
I just didn't want her to do
I
it.
know
I'm like,
what
please
you're
don't step
doing,
on the
but
nail.
I
Never-
don't like.
It's never bad if a movie's
But it works.
predictable.
It works because it also helps like build the scene of everything going forward. But it was definitely just a bit of a off-putting scene, and it was the same thing with the rat. It just, as I put it, it felt too video gamey.
I mean, isn't
as a-
1917 supposed to be like a video game?
No, it's not supposed to be. It seems like one, but that wasn't what they're going for. It ends up acting like one, but it's like
Yeah, it
that's just
feels
the-
like I'm in a video game when I watch that movie.
It
but
just
it wasn't
felt
like
like
they were
a-
thinking, let's make a video game.
It feels like something you'd find in like one of the Telltale games, where it's just like, oh, this is a.
Why isn't Nausicaa a video game? That'd be an awesome video game.
I think Nausicaa's popular enough for a video game.
Fun fact:
I mean, there is
there
one, though.
actually was a video game in the 80s.
Well, sue me, I'm wrong, I guess.
I want to play that now.
But it was like an arcade thing, and it was a first-person shooter.
Well, there should be a
And,
3D like free roaming game. That'd be dope. Like,
I saw a
Nausicaa's become
video
more
where
popular property for that.
oh,
I saw someone pitch the idea, and like he has a YouTube video where he went through and laid it out, but like there was a first-person shooter arcade, but Hayao Miyazaki hated it because again, first-person shooter game where you shoot the bugs, which is the opposite of the theme of. You're starting to realize why Hayao Miyazaki hated that. It got made.
all right. Well,
Yeah. But no, that was my big issue. Other than that, I put it underneath Little Women and above Rabbit. I really enjoyed it.
nice. Hey, Mark, make sure you watch
Also,
Nausicaa and
that
Space
running-
Jam next.
I know. I don't know if I'll. Between now and next week, I may watch Space
Here's
Jam.
the thing.
Okay, I'll
Here's
try.
the thing, Tate. The only way you can watch Nausicaa is by buying it, like physically buying.
Well, it's
it.
only $10. It ain't that expensive. I mean,
Okay, I'm not buying a
$20
movie. Sorry.
It's $20 on digital.
I don't just have Tate. I don't have a job. I don't have money.
ask your parents to buy it. I don't know.
I don't just, I can't just go up to my parents and be like $10 now. I don't just do that.
Well, work for him. I don't know. Do a chore or something. I don't know.
I'm not.
If I could pull it off, I would. Again, I don't know. I have.
Fine, I'll send you a
copies
copy
it.
of the movie. Damn it.
You don't need to send me a copy of it. I'll find a way to watch it. I'm
Alright.
just not gonna. There's
I'd
also a way.
I say wait.
My
the whole
library
thing-
has those type of movies. So
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, I'd say.
the problem
wait
is right now
until-
my library might
Yeah.
be shut down right now. So
Oh.
Mark, wait till the whole thing goes down and then see if you can find it. You're in no rush.
Wait, Space Jam's on Netflix? I
really
forgot.
watched it though.
Yeah,
Oh.
it's on Netflix. That one's on Netflix. But as for Nausicaa, Mark, just wait on it. You don't need to rush it out to see it.
I
would
rushed.
like to see because I've been wanting to watch it for a while, knowing that it's Christmas fair movie. I've wanted to watch
And
it
it's an amazing movie.
I want to watch every movie from Ghibli. So
Anyway, let's.
I guess if you were to pull off like a VPN thing, you might be able to get it like from Netflix countries, but
I tried to do that
but
one time.
that's also cheating. So
I tried to do that, but it didn't work. It's well.
this was a weird transition from 1917, but okay.
Let's talk about Scooby Doo movies. I want to talk about that.
Oh wait. I was about to say the running scene. The running scene.
Huh? Oh yeah.
Holy crap!
Oh, that's what you're talking about. 1917.
It's a really good scene.
Finally getting the context. That was like, holy smokes. I'm kind of angry that was shown in the trailers, because what a scene.
I know.
Yeah.
And then you find out, like, he wasn't supposed to run into any of the extras, but he accidentally did, and they couldn't really do any other than it.
Sam Mendes.
It makes the scene just way more like, wow.
You know what? You know what you should watch next, Christian? American Beauty. It's such a great movie.
No. I'm gonna shoot you down with that.
We
No.
should watch American Beauty, then we'll watch American Psycho.
Which one's more creepy? Let's determine.
Well,
Oh my
one
God.
of them has Kevin Spacey.
I don't know, man. Christian Bale's pretty creepy in American Psycho. I mean,
He is.
Oh, by the way, have either of you seen
that movie.
21? Here's the question.
No.
Have
Yeah, I've seen
either of you
21.
So okay. I'm about to spoil the ending of 21, but it's on Net. I had to watch it for film class, and it literally.
Yeah, I had to watch it
it's
for film
basi-
class too.
It's like a heist movie, basically, but
Mhm.
like with, it's blackjack, isn't it? Isn't it
Yep.
blackjack? It's blackjack, yeah. But like it's being run by this college professor played by Kevin Spacey, and it's revealed he's like basically the bad guy. So the final act is they're screwing him over, and it ends with basically Lawrence Fishburne beating the absolute crap out of Kevin Spacey.
That's great.
I thought the movie was fine, but that part, like, I just sat there and like, there's something so rewarding about a bunch of college students beating the crap out of Kevin.
I think that movie's gonna age fantastically now.
Yeah.
It did while I was watching it, because the funny thing was during that day, it was one of the people who accused him died the day I was watching it. So, it was like, when it got to that, I was like, yes. we need to send Lawrence Fishburne to Kevin Spacey's house now. And
Woohoo! We can talk about Kevin Spacey movies.
no. We could talk about 9 Lives.
Oh God, not that one.
No, we're not talking about that. I hate that movie.
No.
I hate it, but I kind of love it.
I don't like it. I'm sorry. No way.
The part when they're
I
falling.
think it's a half
their
a star
deaths.
awful, but like.
The part where
Christopher Walken's like the only good thing about that movie. He's like the
You know
only.
what? My dad always said I never had taken a leap, but today I'm gonna take my very first leap.
No,
Dude,
don't
bye.
do it.
Oh my God.
Mr. What's the line again? Mr. something when they're falling.
It's weird because I like Garfield 2, but I don't like 9 Lives. Like, no way. I don't like
You like what?
Garfield 2, Tale of
You
Two
say you
Kitties.
like the-
Can't judge. I'm a Jack Jones fan, so.
But no, still, what's the line in 9 Lives when they're falling? I can't remember. Isn't it like something like, I don't know, like Mr. Snufflepants?
Oh my God.
Fluffy pants.
Cringe.
Look, if you name your cat Mr. Fluffy Pants, you no. Just don't. other one's
that
bad,
movie was
okay?
free on Prime. That's how I ended up seeing it, and I just went, why?
I don't know. When I first watched it, I'm like, what is this? Like, what? And by the end, I'm like, okay.
Was it on TV or something, or did you just like?
Shannon wanted my bio mom. She wanted to watch it or something. I don't know.
Oh. Okay.
Cause she's like, I love Kevin Spacey. I want to watch this movie. I'm like, oh damn it.
Such a strange conversation. Okay, what were we talking about?
We don't know. We're gonna talk about our 5 favorite movies. Isn't that an idea?
I guess we could do that.
All right. We'll just
We
like
have,
go
like, a
around.
chart.
We'll start.
We have like a
All right,
chalkboard.
speaking,
It's like all our different ideas for where we should take the podcast.
Maybe today could be like a shorter episode.
We can talk about. I want to talk about the Scooby Doo movies.
I haven't seen that. Well, I
What's
think I've
there
seen
to-
one, but I was
what?
uploaded.
Why
do you want to talk about the Scooby Doo movies?
Cause Scoob
Someone
was coming
will
out
hate.
this year. I don't know.
Scoop
They're
got delayed,
probably-
man.
That's why I want to talk about him. I don't know.
So
The
now
only
you wanna
thing to
it
talk
'cause they got
about
delayed?
the only thing to talk about is Captain Caveman showing up.
Captain Caveman.
Yeah,
and
it's
that's
Scooby-Doo
it.
movies in years, so I can't talk.
What? You haven't seen Scooby Doo movies? What's wrong with you, man?
I saw them like 5 years ago. I don't remember them.
Here's the thing, Tate. There's like 40
Someone else, like-
Scooby-Doo movies that exist, so it's like,
There's like a bunch of animated ones.
it's like, why would you sit down?
Do you guys want
watch?
to try the favorite movies thing? Like we'll just all start with our 5th, then we'll go to 4th, 3rd. 2nd,
Number 1
1st.
for me is Bloodshot. Okay, not really.
All right. Who wants to start with their 5?
All right, my 5. Okay, it's 1917. I already said that. So.
That's an awful.
Huh?
1917, great. We all like 1917.
It's an amazing movie.
So I guess this is
Yeah,
what
I
we're
guess
talking
I'm
about.
just
I guess
not
we're-
allowed to talk any issues on.
Christian, what's your 5th, Christian?
Yeah, let's hear yours, Christian.
Oh crap! I'm gonna have to pull that up.
You don't know by heart? Hmm.
I'll go with my 5th.
I know like my top 3 by heart, at least.
All right, Mark, what's your fifth?
Lord of the Rings: Return of the King.
Oh yeah.
It's obviously
on Letterboxd, it is technically Tron.
Oh yeah.
Alright,
No,
alright.
here's the thing. I put Tron and Tron Legacy right next to each other on my ranking. So
Oh.
it's technically
Better.
Fantasia.
Oh yeah.
That's a good choice.
Yeah.
Fantasia is one of the best Disney movies.
Great movie. It's so inventive. I love it.
I even like Fantasia 2000.
Oh, Fantasia 2000 is great.
I like that movie. I don't care.
The Fantasia Rhapsody in Blue in Fantasia is one of my favorite things Disney has probably ever animated.
Yeah, like Fantasia's animation and the shorts are so cool. Like I really like them.
That movie. It's so beautiful and amazing. It really inspired a lot of Disney as well. So
the thing I love about it is there's still nothing quite like it.
Yeah, really.
In terms of just like filmmaking in like there are definitely movies that like use music to tell their story. Heck, I'm working on one right now.
Out of all the Fantasia segments, mine is favorite is still Chernobog's Devil's Mountain. It's freaking fantastic.
Oh yeah.
The part that any family member goes, "Oh boy,"
That shit is dark, like, but I love it.
Yeah.
Which I also think it's necessary when you get to crap. What the final song?
Yeah, those old Disney movies did not mess around. I think that's why they're so
like
great.
when it gets to the end afterwards and the bells and it signals the next song. And
Yeah.
You just see the monks walking through that. You need something that dark to then be conflicted with something that like beautiful. And
Like, bro, every of the Golden Age Disney movies were like they just did not hold back. Like Dumbo and Pinocchio and that one. They just
Dumbo's flat out racist.
Yeah.
like Pinocchio has that's my favorite animated movie is Pinocchio. And there's a straight up sequence where a guy turns into a donkey and it's terrifying. I mean, really.
Oh my god.
They don't come back as
Boys. Oh my god, I love that
I'm
movie.
gonna be honest. I've never seen Pinocchio.
What?
Ooh.
That's my favorite animated movie. Come on, man.
I've seen clips, but I've not
I
seen
love
Pinocchio in its entire setting. But I do know about the donkey scene, and I do know about the they don't come back.
Like as boys.
boys.
He's such a great villain.
And he just shows up like in front of the camera, and his face is all red.
Like, bro, that movie's terrifying at points. Like,
So
All
goes,
right.
wow, Disney hates children.
all right, enough about Disney stuff. Let's talk about
All right, Tate, what's your fifth? What's your fourth?
fourth. Yeah. All right. Well, this is my favorite Steven Spielberg movie, so I'm gonna let you guys take a guess which one it is. Which one you guys think is my favorite Steven
Schindler's
Spielberg?
List.
My favorite Steven Spielberg movie. I'm gonna let you guys take a guess.
Schindler's List.
Yes, correct. It's Schindler's List.
I'm okay. I said Jurassic Park.
That was really good guessing, Christian. Wow.
I
just assumed because that he won a Best Picture for it, so that's what I was assuming.
Well, the reason Schindler's List is my
Planning.
favorite just because
And it's considered one of the best movies of all time. So
I plan to watch
I
Schindler's
assumed.
List. I haven't watched it yet, but I plan to watch it soon.
Mark, you should be noting. You will cry at the end. Trust me. You will not get to the end.
I'm
with
aware.
that.
My dad is always like, yeah, it's the saddest movie ever.
Well, not one of. It is one of the saddest, but at the end, it's like it's powerful. The ending is powerful. I mean,
I really want to watch it, but I haven't.
it's one of the best endings in film. I'm not even kidding, but it might be my favorite ending.
there's actually a really cool fun fact about Schindler's List that I do know about. And it was one of the scenes they needed it to snow. They specifically needed it to snow, and on the day that it was, like the day that they had to film it, it actually did snow.
Yeah.
They were expecting they would have to bring in fake snow or something, but no, it actually snowed in the scene they needed to get
I
done.
think God was blessing Spielberg when he made this movie. I'm not even kidding.
Like here, this movie's deserved. Here's snow.
Like, bro, that was Spielberg's masterpiece. I stand by it. I mean, it's
and
like,
the thing that's so interesting is he was working on it right, and he was like finishing up Jurassic Park, like in post production for
I know.
Jurassic Park. So
Like,
he
bro,
would have to,
Spielberg's
like-
so talented back then. He is still talented, but not as much anymore, I guess. I mean,
Yeah, like Ready Player One's good, but like it's not as old. So.
like Bronze Age of Spielberg is as good as Golden Age of Spielberg. I mean,
Yeah.
I will say I'm one of those people who doesn't feel like he went. No, there's this whole idea that he just somehow now sucks now.
I don't think he
Well,
sucks.
like-
You can definitely tell he's
talented
downgraded.
now because
Because-
they want him to, but like, I think
guess
it's
there's also part of it is people just consider him overrated because he's
Well, he
talked about
is a
so
little
much.
overrated, but
the thing about him is that it doesn't quite seem like he's nearly as creative and as amazing as he
yeah,
was.
I think
Like,
it's
he
just because
was-
when he finally
He
got the
kept-
Oscar,
right.
which he wanted for so long, I think he stopped
Yeah.
trying so much. I mean,
Well, maybe it's more that like I think some people said that with Ready Player One, it doesn't really seem like seems like he was actually almost kind of bored.
that's the
Like-
thing.
like-
He's not
like
really
he just
doing
is
the
bored,
movies
he's
for
probably-
quality anymore. He's just doing whatever he wants.
Yeah, was also not amazing. So I don't know.
Now, Munich was a pretty good modern Spielberg. That's one of my favorite Spielberg movies. But
Amber just lies.
but even then, he's still making some absolutely incredible movies now.
He's a
Like,
great director. It's one of those.
Lincoln
things
was
that's
pretty
like, He's a
good.
great director, but is he?
Bridge
he's
of
not.
Spies.
I like Bridge of
is
Spies.
Bridge of
He's a
Spies
great
is great.
director. He's a great director. He's just not nearly as good as he was. You know,
Mainly due to Post and BFG. Not gonna mention those, but
maybe just him being older. Maybe that's just it. Like he's just growing older. He's growing out of it a
His
bit more.
sensibilities are different, yeah. But no, like you got Tintin.
Tintin was pretty good.
Tintin is incredible.
Okay, I don't
Yeah,
think it's
Bridge-
incredible, but it's really good.
I stand by it being incredible
Ah.
in terms of animation.
Yeah.
And it's one of the few mocap movies that.
I think Robert Zemeckis helped him with that, right? Oh no, sorry. It was Peter Jackson. Peter Jackson.
Yeah, it's Peter Jackson. But like, I really liked the sequence through the village. That's all one shot, and
yeah.
like them in the motorcycle pulling out the bazooka, and like that whole sequence is like, I don't know,
Awesome.
It's awesome. That's the good word to describe it. But I just see what you mean. But I'm also just one of those. I don't know. I guess you could call me a fanboy or something.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Like I am with James Cameron.
But I do feel like he has definitely, his sensibilities have changed, but I still would not call him a director who's fallen out of like stride or anything, in my opinion.
Whatever. Anyway, let's move on
Also,
to
Catch Me If You Can. He directed Catch Me If You Can.
Yeah, that was
Catch Me If
good.
You Can, love that. I actually have it's actually the only poster I have in this room. I have a poster right behind me of Catch Me If You Can.
Well, I'll make a whole video about the ages of Spielberg. Maybe I'll make a video on that.
Pretty cool, yeah. I think it'll be interesting to analyze. Anyway, Christian's fourth.
Yeah, Christian, tell us your fourth now.
Yeah, as I said, tie between Tron Legacy and Tron.
So just the Tron franchise, okay.
Basically.
I don't know how much I want to give my real honest opinion on the Tron movie.
Man. Go for it, man. Go for it, man. Don't be afraid of...
I really okay, nobody get mad. I really do not like either of them at all.
Oh my god!
Do you find them boring? Is that the...
My issue with the first one is that it is my definition of the most dated movie of all time. I just like, I really just don't like looking at the effects. It's just so. I don't think old effects.
I
like
guess
Star
I agree
Wars
with
doesn't
that.
Bother me. Yeah, like all the '70s movies, they don't bother me. But there's something about the Tron effects that it just really puts me off. I just don't like the look of it.
I think it's
And then
because they
beyond
didn't
that,
think it was going to be
it's
that
not
big, so they
interesting
didn't
movie.
try too hard on it. But
I can see why it bugs you so much.
Yeah. It's also almost
definitely-
all effects.
like when you
It
look at
shouldn't be.
Blade Runner compared to Tron, I guess I see your point.
Yeah.
I
or
was
like
about to
Star
say,
Wars.
fun fact, there's only around, I believe, if I recall, 20 minutes of actual CG in the movie.
Yeah,
Oh.
I think it's mostly
Everything-
practical
I just
effects for
don't-
the first one.
I'll just be honest. I just don't like the look of the movie very much. And then
Yeah.
beyond
Okay, what's your
that-
problem with Legacy then? Okay, I like to hear this. Like,
Legacy, I think is even worse. 'cause
Oh
Legacy
my god!
falls- Legacy, I think, falls into this category of let's revive this movie that didn't need to be revived. So it just feels like this.
I can
Sorry,
see
but it just
that.
feels-
That's how I feel about Blade Runner 2.
it's not as
Tate,
weird.
I'm sorry.
Here's the thing,
Tate,
Mark.
I'm not the same person as you. I don't have the same opinions.
Here's the thing, Mark. Is I definitely see where you're coming from on both of these.
Not that I think that liking them is bad. I just don't like either of them.
Yeah, I can see why. I know Tron Legacy more so than the first Tron.
You gotta give Tron Legacy that music is bopping. Daft Punk be killing it on that freaking music.
Yeah,
Like,
I love
come
the
on.
score of that movie. I love the look at some point, somewhat. I think the look of it looks kind of cool, although I think it's a little just kind of boring at points, but there are some really amazing and actually I really love the disc fights and the races.
Dude, the disc fights are amazing.
Those are really cool. It's just that when I watch it from like a plot perspective, it's just so boring to me.
I can see it.
Yeah. It's
How
a little
could
more
you, Mark?
sensible than the first.
You betrayed us.
But I just find it it reminds me a lot of the Pirates of the Caribbean franchise, honestly. Or the later Pirates.
Decent comparison, I'd say.
No, the Pirates Trilogy is flawless. Do not get on the Pirates movies, damn it.
Pirates of the Caribbean, Dead Men Tell No Tales.
Okay, not 4 and 5. I'm counting the trilogy.
I'm not talking about. I don't like I don't like 3 at all.
Oh
I think 3 is way too long. Why does Awkwardness have to be 3 hours though?
The thing that's so strange about 3 is you can tell 3 was very much like Minsky just was like. You can tell he's passionate about it, but you can also tell it's like. Not good.
I like 3 a lot. It's a great ending. Now 4 and 5, I don't give a crap about that.
In everything. That's the big thing.
The plot of Tron. What I'm saying is,
like with the Pirates, you have the whole scene with the turtle. The whole thing where it's like we need to get the book, but it has to be opened with the key, and the dog shows up. It's like, wait, how did the dog survive? And someone just goes, turtle.
Well, the same thing with, like, I don't know, how did anybody survive after the first movie?
That's what I'm saying.
It's like, why did that need to be the plot point for it? But,
Well, I mean, you can easily find flaws in the Pirates movies. They're dumb, but...
So I don't love... I like the first Pirates, obviously. Love that movie. Pirates 2 is... good. It's not.
Pirates 2 is my favorite. I looked at this just.
Pirates 2 has one of my favorite swashbuckler fights of all time. It's the part where
I think I'm biased because that was the best theater experiences of my life.
I didn't see the theater, but I don't know how I feel. I think 3 is just this kind of overbloated.
I didn't see 3 in the theater, unfortunately, but I do love that movie.
I can tell you, my dad hates the final battle of 3. What kind of?
I don't like the final battle of 3.
Yeah, the final battle is really weird. I'm not gonna lie, but.
No, his big issue is I say I have the same issue is it builds up that this is gonna be like the final battle of the pirates and you get like all the different ships coming together and then you see the entire like royal fleet armada and like holy smokes, this is gonna be like a battle for the ages. We're gonna see the pirates fight the other fleet, but no, it's just like, let's do it David and Goliath style, where our 2 best ships fight each other in the middle of a whirlpool.
I thought it was awesome, but hey.
It's cool, but it's a bit of a... It's cool, and the VFX...
They're really good-looking movies. And Jack Sparrow, Johnny Depp, that's one of the best in cinema.
Even in 4 and 5, he's really good, which, I don't know.
I did not like him in 5.
A lot of people don't. I think
it's like Transformers 4 and 5. They didn't happen.
I liked 4, though.
Pirates 4.
I like 4.
Pirates 4, I do not like 4 at all. I hate that movie, honestly.
I'm sorry. I can see why.
Good production value, just nothing good story-wise.
Most people hate
5 is whatever. It's like not terrible, but I don't remember it very well.
5
is
boring.
I didn't even see all of 5. I didn't even care at that point. I was like,
5 is just boring. Nothing happens for a good chunk of it, and then you're expected to think everything's happened. And then they do the whole, we're gonna bring Davy Jones back post-credit scene thing, and you're just like, no.
Okay, like I care.
Well, let's go back to, I guess you should just get back on top.
Yeah, Mark, now tell us your 4th favorite movie.
All right, my fourth.
I wanted
Lion
to
King
say something
1994.
about Tron though.
No more Tron. We gotta move on.
It was something. It was.
All
I
right.
was gonna explain my reason.
Actually, yeah. Actually, you should let that because that was his fourth movie.
Yeah,
So,
sorry.
Both of
I
them.
don't think we'll get to Lion King.
Okay, so this is gonna get weirdly personal, but Tron might be one of my first like experiences with movies, probably.
Yeah, that makes
Like,
sense.
let's
Me
see
too,
what
actually.
There's actual like family home videos we have. Me like 90% of like me as a 3-year-old is just I want to watch Tron again.
I
So
can see why it's your favorite then, because
Ironically, I saw Legacy before I saw the first one, so.
it's
I
part of
watched
it.
them. I did actually. It might have been the same. I don't know. I watched them because of Disney Infinity.
Yeah.
What's cool about Legacy is it's such a great sequel, but you could also watch it without having him seen the first one.
What I was gonna say was like I have a deep love for that, but like so much of just like what it did for me, how it got me into movies is part of it. And again, on rewatch, I will say this is weird compared to pretty much any of my other top 5. Tron 1 is boring.
Yeah.
It does have
why
its boring
that's
moments,
why-
for sure.
That's why I
It's-
agree with you on it, Mark, with the whole
I think it's kind of It's just. I remember watching it. I was trying hard.
I don't
to
know which
say
one
it.
I like better. I respect both of the movies, but it's hard for me to say which I like
like
better.
Everybody
Legacy
doesn't-
more.
I don't know
I
which
like
one I
Legacy.
like more either. All I know is I don't really like either.
Okay, we understand.
But
damn it.
like the solar sailor scene in Tron. As a kid, it's awesome. Were you watching it? It's a fun scene, but it's like it just goes on way too long,
Yeah.
and you just get to what are those? Oh, they're solar cyber bugs,
Siler bugs.
yeah, or something like that. But I like the first Tron still, and I put it on occasionally. But I will say, Tron Legacy is it's weird.
The
'cause
best Legacy movie.
It's the first movie I ever saw in 3D.
Nice.
Oh yeah.
And
I forgot what the first. Oh, Avatar. That was the first one I saw.
I was
I don't know what the
so
first one I saw in 3D
stinking hyped going into like Tron Legacy. Little 9-year-old me, just like, yes, I've been waiting for a Tron sequel.
I didn't see Tron Legacy in the theater. That's pretty cool. You got to see it.
And I just remember getting so hooked into it. And it's a movie that I just find myself whenever I'm just like needing a fun time, I just turn it on.
It's awesome.
Sometimes your favorite film doesn't need to be cinema.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm glad you like it as much as you do. I don't feel bad at all that you like it.
It's like my third favorite movie, which I'll get into, but you know.
I'm about to say though, I hate the idea of a Tron 3.
Yeah, there doesn't need to be a Tron
too.
3.
Because there's a whole. That's the only thing Tron fans do now is just beg to Disney for.
We
Tron
don't need a
3.
Tron 3. It's good as it is. Like, damn it.
And from last I heard, they wanted to do a Tron movie with Jared Leto.
Oh my god.
And I just sat there and I was like, no.
Jared Leto's a
Blade Runner 2049.
Jared Leto is.
Doesn't
my God.
Jared Leto have his own cult or
Is he a meme now? I swear he must be a meme now.
They're a good actor.
Jared Meme Leto is what I'm gonna call him now.
Jared
And,
Leto.
Can I get into my fourth now?
All right, finally, let's
yes,
move on
yes.
to the.
Alright.
Sorry for
Okay, so my
body
fourth favorite
rumblings.
movie of all my fourth favorite movie of all time is a movie I actually added on pretty recently.
The Lion King.
Yeah, Lion King. Well, my story with the movie was kind of like I started this year off. I watched it like maybe in March in preparation for the remake.
Yeah, you're like.
Which you hated to death, but go on.
I loved it, but I was also like, I feel like that, like, because I'd always been hearing, because I saw it when I was little, but it'd been a few years, so I always heard all this praise. And when I watched it, I was like, wait, is that it? And then, like, I guess I kind of felt that, but I still really loved it. And then, like, I watched the remake.
You gotta watch it a few times, the old one a few times.
I watched it again right before the remake, and then after that, I was like, I finally
What?
see why this is considered one of the best. I can watch the Circle of Life opening scene and like tear up. I love that.
Oh my
music
gosh,
and that
it is.
animation. It's so.
I think the way
amazing.
Mark feels about Lion King original and Lion King remake is the way I feel about Psycho old and Psycho remake.
Oh yeah.
Here's the thing.
Nobody
about
likes the Psycho remake though.
No!
The Psycho,
I might
the
just
Psycho
go, sorry.
remake is literally just Psycho. Like,
Psycho remake.
At least Lion King, you get like 2 different scenes, but you know, it's still a
Two different scenes that
genre.
completely ruin the entire momentum of the film and should not be in it. Hi, I'm Mark. I hate the Lion King.
I'm not gonna lie, Mark. I want to see you one day, like do like a 3-minute analysis of the Lion King remake.
Oh,
I'll do a second. I'll just do. Well, I already
he did
have
an
a
epic
20
review. Do we really need another?
Yeah, you did the epic review, but I'm like,
Yeah.
Can you do Rise of Skywalker
Please.
next, please?
I might.
No.
I don't know. I mean, Christian will hate because I'm just gonna be like, I hate this movie.
I just want to watch it for funny purposes.
I was working on one.
Nah, I'd be fine with it.
I just want to see get just for laughs, but because the Lion King one was pretty funny, but
Can we talk about the in the opening for the Circle of Life, that amazing shot?
Oh my god, the shot where it actually shows the rock.
It's awesome.
No,
That
no.
shot.
I was about to say the part with the ant, like on the tree.
Oh yeah.
And you have the depth of field, and then it just like cuts to like the group of like zebras.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's like, oh, so gorgeous.
Wow.
And then you watch it in the remake and go, wow,
That was
looks like
cool.
no, you just go, oh, it's a zebras. I didn't even what?
That was cool.
Guess there were zebras in that shot.
Lion King, when I'm watching remake, I'm like, okay.
This is the
Just
same.
the remake was just like, hey, it's the original, but now it looks
Just
cool.
not as good. That's what it is.
Just think the original Lion. I think if I were to make one improvement on the original Lion King, I wouldn't.
There's only one improvement I could think of, and that's Childish Gambino voicing Simba. But other than that, I mean,
Oh, not the remake. No. There are a lot of improvement. There are actually almost every improvement you can make to the remake. I'm talking about the original. I
was about to say Donald Glover as Simba was one of the few things I thought was amazing about the remake.
yeah, he was really good. I mean,
I don't know how much I really liked. I think he did. I didn't. When I listened to it, I was just like, does he really seem like Simba? I mean, he's not bad, but like,
yeah.
I like Matthew
Which-
Broderick
which-
Simba a lot, though. I mean, obviously. Right?
Which might be also that I think Matthew in the movie does a decent job, but I always felt he was a bit off in some regards.
Yeah,
like,
I mean, really, it was really weird.
so that might also partly be it, but I do think Matthew.
I still like Matthew in the old one, though. I mean,
I was about to say also Matthew Broderick is a decent actor. And,
he's an awesome actor.
yeah, so it's like if there's one thing we gotta talk about though, Jeremy Irons' Scar.
Obviously.
I possibly.
Why didn't he just come back for the remake? I don't understand. Like,
He's like one of
You
my
could
three.
literally ask that about any of the act. They could literally have.
I guess maybe he would have fit the new Scar as good. I don't know.
James Earl Jones.
No, they could.
James Earl Jones returned.
And he
James Earl
sounds like
Jones. Mufasa.
It's just funny how the Stampede scene in the old one's so suspenseful and dark, and the new one's just a
the new one's
meme.
just like it's like look, little ten.
Ah!
It's like a no.
Bro, the new one's a meme. Like it can't take that part seriously in the new one.
I don't think I've ever tried to laugh as hard. Tried not to laugh as hard as sitting through Lion King 2019 at Mufasa's death.
Ah! Long live the king! Ah!
Because the thing is, one of the things I guess if I could, 'cause again, you know me, I don't hate I kind of like the remake. I have tons of problems with it, but I don't like hate it. But like one of the things,
Yeah, it has tons
really,
of issues.
one of the things I really did kind of appreciate was it tried to go for like a documentary style look at points. So when you just end up with in this photorealistic animation, them trying to recreate shot for shot Mufasa's death,
At least Jon Favreau made the Mandalorian. I'm happy about that.
it just
that
looks
was his little
incredibly
saving
wrong.
grace.
Jon Favreau's like, I'm sorry about Lion King. Here's Mandalorian, guys. I apologize.
I will say though, I want to see where they'll take the animation, at least.
I want. I swear, if they make a Lion King remake too, I'm gonna be so pissed. Like, no.
No, what I mean, no. What I mean is, I kind of one of the big things that I will say in probably where a lot of my goodish is goodish a word? Decentish. Yeah. How about that? Like a lot of my decent feeling words that do come down to, I kind of want to see where they take this like animation style.
Yeah.
Because I don't like the idea of.
They should just make a whole original movie like that. Why did you remake Lion King? I don't fucking know.
Yeah, like I kind of want to see if someone was like, I want to make an original, like movie about animals, but it's not a remake. And
yeah, that'd be cool. I mean,
technology that's here.
Kind of like Dinosaur was. It was really cool. I mean,
we are not mentioning Dinosaur.
I like that movie. What the hell?
Okay.
Have you seen Dinosaur, Mark?
If I have, it's been a while, but I just know the reputation for it. So
it's a really cool movie.
I'll watch it.
Yeah, but like I kind of want to see where they take the technology at least. But yeah. It's the biggest thing is it's trying to figure out tone. Although I do hate how animation community just turned it into like this idea that photorealistic animation was gonna kill the very livelihood of animation as a form. Because oh no, how dare we have photorealism, a long art movement that was started in the 1950s directly as a combat of stylization. How dare we have multiple aesthetics to animation?
Oh my god.
And then they complain about like, then they complain about like Onward and like having the same face. Bunch of other movies.
Okay, I mean, we stopped blabbering on, Christian. Let's move on to top 3 movies now.
All right.
I know. I don't like animation community a lot of the time.
Neither do I.
All right.
Pretentious. They're honestly kind of pretentious. So.
We're an hour and 6 minutes in now. We still got some time. So.
6 minutes into what?
I said an hour and 6 minutes.
Oh, well, wow. Okay.
All right. What's your 3? Tate, what's your 3?
All right. So, well, this was my second favorite for a while, but I decided to change it to number 3. It's a movie that came out last year. And it's the highest grossing movie of all time. It's Avengers Endgame.
Well, that's not a bad choice. It probably it may be in my top 10, but I don't know.
Christian, you have not told me your opinion on Avengers Endgame. Well, do you like this movie or what?
What do you think it is? Try and guess.
What do you think my opinion on Avengers Endgame is?
Why do you not talk about it? Do you not like it? What's going on? Like,
I don't talk about it because everyone talks about it.
Dude, it's amazing, bro.
I
like Avengers Endgame, though. Here's the thing. I saw it 4 times in the theater.
I saw it like 5 times.
I saw it 3 times. Which
I
is more
like
than I've
it.
seen, so.
I think it's a fantastic conclusion.
I wish my friend recorded my reaction to the first time.
Conclusion in high quotation marks.
Conclusion to 22 movies, and technically some of them it's not really concluding.
There will be
but
3
hey.
others.
But like I do really love Endgame. I
don't
talk about it. I don't talk about Endgame on Twitter or really anything because I don't really feel like I have a need to.
Well, Twitter's
also,
like,
I
mean.
Also, I don't want to talk about it because talking about Marvel online is like
MCU bad, give me likes.
pretty much. I have my quarrels with the MCU, but I don't think it's like the end.
I'm not saying Endgame's perfect because you can definitely critique some stuff, but I mean,
dear heavens, the big thing that on rewatches bugs me about Endgame is the scene where they have to explain time travel, and it's like
there's a scene
where it's like we have to, for the audience, explain how the time travel thing where it doesn't affect the past or the present or anything. It just creates alternate timelines. But the way they explain it drives me nuts.
You have to go back into the past. You can't do whatever he said. It was funny.
The past will become your present, and the present becomes your future past. It's like...
They're supposed to make it sound
like every line in Endgame is iconic. I mean, literally. Like...
Yeah.
But it's just a thing that on rewatches, it just like.
All right, here's what really bugs me in rewatches Endgame. Hit the dab and those 2 things. I legitimately want Marvel to make an edit of the movie removing those things because
the dab is funny though.
It's funny in 2019. What about when your kids watch it in 2030? They're gonna be like, "What the frick is the dab?" And we're gonna be like, "Well, kid, it was his dab. It was his dance from 2015 that for some reason Marvel still thought was relevant, so they shoved it into their movie that's gonna last for decades."
I'm not gonna lie, I did like the Fortnite
Same goes
joke.
for Fortnite. The Fortnite joke
will
is still
age
funny.
Well, at least people will talk about
Yeah, but
Endgame.
they're gonna- It's different. I don't have a problem when a movie's gonna age horribly. I have a problem when it's a movie like Endgame, because Endgame is without a doubt gonna go down in history as a cinematic classic.
Mm-hmm.
And
Unlike Avatar.
everybody's gonna have to
I'm just kidding.
Avatar will not go down in history because everybody kind of is. Nobody.
And I love
really-
Avatar, but it's not part of pop culture. I mean,
Yeah, it's
I
like
enjoy
well,
Avatar.
Endgame is
Yeah.
basically the like Empire Strikes Back and like that type of
Mhm.
movie.
I wouldn't
Nowadays,
even
it'll
actually call
there's
it
no
an
way.
Empire Strikes Back. I would just directly compare it to Return of the King.
yeah.
Well, I guess so. Yeah.
It's
Well, I
Return of
mean,
the
it's just
King
gonna-
at
it's
Marvel
gonna- It's going
style.
to be referenced for decades. It's gonna
Yeah.
has a huge impact on culture, and it'll change movies.
Mm-hmm.
But my thing with that is that it's this big of a deal movie, and it has a Fortnite.
I just find it ironic that
That's
James
kinda-
Cameron was getting on the Marvel movies, and then a Marvel movie beats his movies.
I think the best part of the Fortnite joke, at least, is the noob master.
New master, I'm going to kill you. Oh my god.
No, master, hey, listen, I'm going to fly. Yeah, this is the God of Thunder here. Listen, kid, I'm going to fly over to your house. Go down to whatever basement here is. Pull
And
out
shove
your
it up
arm
your
and
butt.
shove them up your butt. Oh yeah, go cry to your father, you little toy.
Bro, although I think the last act of the movie is where I wish somebody recorded my reaction to watching the movie the first time, because I mean, the first time was insane. I mean, the crowd went wild. We were all acting insane, and we couldn't believe it. I mean,
Yeah.
it's like
Well,
freaking.
it might be the most insane crowd I've ever been at.
Bro, I couldn't believe what I was seeing when I watched it the first time. I was like, oh my god, this is crazy. Like,
So much cheering.
Yeah.
like, bro, when they stepped through the portals, I freaking cried like for 5 minutes, or like 2 minutes straight. I couldn't believe it. But anyway, let's move on to.
Okay. I know.
Huh?
I'm just gonna say one. I'm gonna say one last thing.
All right.
The fact we haven't heard we didn't hear the phrase Avengers Assemble in its entirety until that scene.
Bro, when he said Avengers Assemble the first time, I literally got out of my chair and just jumped up in freaking excitement. I couldn't believe
It was. It was like that.
Actually, right,
It was
they don't.
like it's because they only go to about like because Age of Ultron teases it and just cuts to on Avengers. The line Avengers.
Bro, Avengers Assemble was the greatest scene in movies. I'm not even gonna lie. That shit was fucking amazing.
Linguistics.
Okay, linguistics. I'm sorry.
Hey guys, we might need to end a little earlier today, but like, let's try and finish up the.
Okay.
let's
No, we
do-
got
let's
time.
do-
We got it.
Yeah, but my parents want me to go to bed, so
Oh, come on, damn it.
I have school tomorrow, so I have to wake up at 6.
No, me and Christian could talk in the podcast while you're gone.
Well, no, I'm
Yeah.
gonna finish. No, I'm gonna finish the episode, guys.
All
I'm
right,
not
cool.
leaving, but I'm just saying. Let's just
Okay.
go with us.
Okay.
All right.
Let's
Let's go on
All
number
right,
3 for Mark now.
Christian.
Or Mark Christian,
Oh yeah, I
sorry.
guess I'll go next.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
Christian
Oh, yeah.
next. Go.
Me? Okay. Wally. That's all I have to say.
Oh yeah,
Wally.
Wally's great.
Excellent choice,
now
sir.
have-
I don't need to justify it.
Excellent choice.
I actually have an animated movie for my 3, which one day might be my 1.
Hey, well, let's talk about Wally for a
Knew it.
second.
Oh, want to talk Wally?
No,
All right,
let's not talk about Wally. There's nothing to talk about with Wally.
Really? I mean, it's a pretty amazing movie. Like,
Again,
Symbolism and
yes,
everything.
but if we plush about it for like the time, we're gonna.
yeah, I guess
That's
let's
the
just
thing,
move
so-
on.
we
I
are
guess
gonna
you're
push
right.
it, yeah. So, should I just go to my 3 then?
Yeah, let's just do yours.
All right, my number 3 is Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. I
Another amazing animated movie.
cannot get enough of this.
That's one of my
movie.
favorites.
I think if to be honest, if I look at it, it'll probably one day be my favorite movie.
I mean, bro,
I've-
that movie is legit
I've
fantastic.
seen it so many times, and I love every little, like every pixel of the entire.
No, you're not gonna
movie.
put it above your number 1. That's impossible.
I really love it. I think it's really a perfect movie. I think
It
it's
is
one of
pretty
those movies
perfect.
I
I mean,
would
I almost
say
gave it a
out
10
of
out of 10. I mean,
Yeah. Even when people say, "Oh, I don't like the Scared of the Dark song in the middle," screw you. Scared of the Dark is awesome.
Scared of the dark.
I like that.
Like,
That
bro, I remember
scene
when they
might be
first
one of my
posted.
favorite
actually,
scenes of the
question.
whole movie.
Huh?
Yeah. Actually, question. What is your? If you guys have heard the soundtrack, or if you at least heard a few songs, what's your favorite song from the soundtrack?
What's
There are a lot
What's
of
Up,
really good
Danger?
songs from it. I love that one. Or Sunflower.
No, What's Up, Danger? Can't stop me now. Can't stop.
Elevate as well.
Elevate's cool too. Oh, Start a Riot's fun. It's not amazing,
Yeah.
but it's really fun.
Bro, when What's Up, Danger came on and he swung through and all that, that was like the favorite
The
best thing.
scene, I think I might like the song Sunflower more, but the scene of What's Up Danger is amazing.
Sunflower's pretty good, yeah.
Love that. Sunflower's really nice lo-fi music.
Yeah.
I love
The
Sweat
other-
already and Post Malone, so it already has
The
me
other
there.
thing that's so awesome about the leap of faith scene is you have the score directly correlating with the song.
I think one of the
It's
best
good.
parts is when Spider-Ham's
just get
fighting the...
this-
What?
You just get
Say
something
this.
that has. Go on.
Huh?
All right, the most satisfying thing is when I'm taking a walk, because I take walks daily down my street, is in What's Up Danger comes on. It's like the best walking song, and I don't know why.
I know, right?
It's like my footsteps will just go, duh, like it just goes to that beat. I love it.
It's awesome.
All right.
And Spider-Ham,
so
when he fights
I
Scorpion, he's
feel
like, what are you, a cartoon character?
Yeah.
It's like, you got a problem with cartoons? It's freaking good.
Yeah, love.
Then
movies.
that got turned into a meme that cartoon community slaughtered.
It's freaking awesome. Spider-Noir by Nicolas Cage, he's like, I'm going in the shadow of the night.
All right, Tate, what's your?
Oh,
two?
I thought we're done with 3 already? Okay. Hey, so we're doing number 2 now, right? Is that
Number 2.
okay? Well, ironically, I told you I moved Avengers Endgame. Number 2 is actually a number 2 movie, and it's T2 Judgment Day. Dun, 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 dun. My favorite James Cameron movie.
I thought
Oh,
for a
not
second you were about
Avengers.
to. I thought for a second you were about to say Bloodshot. And I was
No,
like,
not
just gonna
Bloodshot.
get out. I was just about to go get out of the podcast.
No, not Bloodshot. It's not there yet.
I
You're
mean, it's
implying
T2.
that it's not there yet is implying it will be.
It might get in the 10 out of 10 club. Who knows? I'm just kidding.
Maybe it'll be the next Uncut Gems.
Okay, not that. No, not Uncut Gems. It won't reach
Uncut
that.
Gems
but-
are freaking masterpiece.
At the highest, it'll get a 9, but not Uncut Gems level. No.
Christian, you'll never watch Uncut Gems. There are 300 F-bombs in it.
Well, I want to talk about Terminator 2. Like, hold on. Like.
Talk about Terminator 2. Yeah, I haven't seen it.
I don't have much to say because I've never
Mark,
seen
come
it.
on, man. See the movie.
I'll watch it. It's one of those movies I've been trying to watch for a while. Just never got to it.
It's the best
I've seen
sequel
I've
ever
seen
made.
I've seen
I
it.
mean,
Oh, I
legit.
heard that, yeah. Actually, my top 2 will argue with that, but.
Well, I love
still
Empire
haven't-
too, but I mean, T2.
Yeah.
I mean. Well, maybe if you watch T2, you might change your mind. You'll be like, hey, maybe this might be my favorite
Maybe.
movie.
Maybe. I don't usually watch a movie and then immediately say it's one of my favorites. It usually take at least a month for it to be one of my favorites.
Well, here's the thing
Yeah,
with me. I think,
I feel like it
Maybe
has to
different
take
right now.
time for me.
like the way Christian was talking about
Oh,
Tron, that's how I feel about T2. That's the movie that got me into movies. I mean, it means a lot to me.
Yeah.
So.
The movie that got me into movies, I don't even remember what that was. Oh, actually, my number 2 is that movie, I think.
What? What's number 2? Tell me.
The very cliche best movie of all time, The Dark Knight.
He
Dark
is
Knight's really good.
the Dark Knight.
I don't have like a single.
I am so conflicted about putting in the 10 out of 10 club. I have to watch it one more time to determine. I might just put it
It's
there.
like it's like my. It was my favorite movie for a few years. Then I switched my number one.
It's glorious.
But-
it's Christopher Nolan's best movie.
Glorious.
It's glorious.
Amazing.
I was about
It's
to
like- it's-
say,
It's glorious.
I'm a bit unpopular.
I know you have like an 8 out of 10 for it, which I'm gonna go.
It's number 19 on my list, Dark Knight. Yeah.
But no, I like Dark Knight.
Well, nobody dislikes Dark Knight.
Yeah, bro. I've never
That's
met
one
one
of the best-
person.
It has
What?
one of the best screenplays I've seen, probably.
Oh my god.
Bro, Heath
There's-
Ledger,
Ever.
Christian Bale, all the actors, they give it 110%. I mean,
It's one of those movies that when I just think about all the scenes, I just literally I just grin.
Like, bro.
I want to think about the movie. I just love
and I'm
it
not
so
discrediting Nolan's other movies because his other movies are great, but I mean,
Yeah, it's Nolan, yeah. But damn.
I
That's
like,
love
bro.
the ending.
the
The
one
ending
word
is my
you say-
favorite scene in the whole
say
movie. The ending.
at the end.
yeah,
of
bro,
Dark
that
Knight, I would
that
just
ending's one
say-
of the best endings of all time. I mean,
All I would say at the end of that movie is just damn.
I know.
It's like the one.
We have to hunt
Third movie
him.
would just be-
But he didn't do nothing wrong.
It's like we what does he say? We have to chase him.
We have to chase him. Yeah. He's not the hero Gotham deserves. It's the hero that he needs right now, or whatever.
And Hans Zimmer
Nice.
just goes.
Oh, and Hans Zimmer's score. That score. Dear God, that score. So freaking amazing.
Like Dark Knight is just it's the Dark Knight. I mean.
Mark, here's a question. Thoughts on Dark Knight, right?
Oh, the third one? I like it a
I know
lot.
a lot of people, a lot of fans of the Dark Knight are like, Dark Knight Rises sucks. I don't think it's nearly as intelligent and as well written, but I think on a standpoint of me just loving it as a conclusion, and of it just being such.
Well, it's like the Star Wars trilogy
really,
in a way.
Yeah, it's like such a great just like hurrah finale for the trilogy.
I love the
And
ending.
I really love it. I really love it. I love the ending of the movie. Great ending, and I love Bane as well.
Yeah.
Well, it's the same with Return of the Jedi. I mean,
love-
some people don't like as much as Empire, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
Turn more than ever.
Anyway, let's move on to Christian's number 2,
Oh, okay.
which is I already know what it is, but you can say what.
Extremely loud.
Yep.
Close.
Incredibly close. Which almost won Best Picture.
It was never gonna win Best Picture.
What won, the
it's
artist
the-
or something? Whatever.
Here's why. It's the lowest rated Best Picture nominee on Rotten Tomatoes.
Well, Rotten Tomatoes ain't always right. I mean,
Yes, but it's a good indicator of like percentile of dependent on how many critics actually liked it. I don't want.
I mean, Tron Legacy doesn't have a huge Rotten Tomatoes
Again,
score
I
either.
don't put my trust in Rotten Tomatoes
Yeah.
at all, but
Yeah, nobody does.
it's not necessarily as big of a like. But I also think it's something that you should at least understand.
Now, I don't have
it's a
any
good
gripes with
indica-
Extremely Loud, Incredible Close. I think it's an amazing movie. You know.
The biggest thing from what I can gather, is it's a lot of people did not like the fact that it was about 9/11.
I
I
mean,
didn't even know that.
Or
I
the
haven't seen
fact
it.
that the movie has a protagonist who is autistic, pretty much because those two things are used constantly in Oscar bait films. Films that are intentionally designed.
yeah, but they
to
did
win.
such a good job with his character, though. I mean, really.
I mean, you and I think that, but there are some people who don't like his character or the story.
Yeah, whatever.
It's a strange case because it's one of those things where I love Extremely Loud and Incredibly Close.
Now, I get my only criticism is I guess they could have slowed down at points. It did feel a little fast, the movie. I mean, some parts
it's a
felt
pretty
too
long
fast.
movie is what I was about to say.
It's fast paced, I mean, for sure, but I don't know.
It's a long movie, but I kind of like that. It's
Like,
a
and the
case where
grandpa
I
should have been in it
can
more, but I mean.
It's a case for me. I see why people like it.
Yeah.
But I have a deep love for it, and there are a lot of reasons. I think it's beautifully shot.
The writing is spectacular. Eric Roth.
I will
I think the
I'll
writing
watch
is
it very
great.
soon. Is there any way, guys? Is there any streaming service it's on?
I haven't checked. Hold on. I had to buy it. Oh wait, hold on.
I own
I'll
it.
stay up
I
late
own it
one
on
night.
DVD.
I'll
I
stay
think I bought it. Yeah, I had to buy it. Yeah.
But if I'm honest, the character of Oscar, the main kid,
Yeah.
he's probably the only time I've seen a character in a film that I was like, "Yep, that was me at one point."
Oscar's so great.
Partly because
He deserves an Oscar.
partly because the whole thing is he's a person with Asperger's syndrome, and his whole story arc is him going around New York, just learning about these different people's lives. But like also, there was a point where I didn't socialize with a lot of people, so it's a movie that's really unnaturally personal for me.
Wow. I know.
Yeah,
It's,
I'm really excited. I really
so I
like
have a
that.
huge love for it that word. But I can also see why it doesn't work for other people. Which is why I usually don't 100% talk about it all the time. Just because I'm like, again, most people either haven't heard of it, absolutely despise it. So
that's like with Endgame, I guess. But it's just funny.
no, it's like if you liked Green. No, it's more like if you thought Green Book was an amazing movie. That's how it feels.
I like Green Book. I don't know.
All
That's
right.
how it feels talking about extremely loud. So.
All right, I think it's time we reveal the favorite movies now.
All right. Tate, you
And
go
quickly, because Mark has to head out. So do
Well,
I.
I mean, we don't have to talk about them mostly because most people should know what they are. But
Yeah. We don't have to talk too much.
anyway, mine is The Godfather.
It's a lot of people's favorite. I do not. I really want to watch the movie, and
Not a lot of people, surprisingly, haven't seen it. I don't even get that.
Yeah,
I've
but
seen
I
Godfather
mean, like
Part
in
Two.
the cinema. I mean, like in the
The
cinema
edit of it.
fan base. I mean, like in the cinema fan base. I think like a lot of people are just in
Well-
agreement that that's
Well, here's what I'll say.
Wow.
What? What you guys gonna
Actually, Tate, what's your thoughts on Godfather Part 2? Because that's the one I've seen.
Part 2 is I think I put it. It's on my list. It's number
This is what
20 on my
Part
top
one
10 top.
This is what I've
Because
heard.
I really did like
Part
That's what
2
I've
is
heard.
fantastically one of the best sequels ever made, but I still prefer my bias towards the first movie.
I've heard is Part 1 is amazing. Part 2 is as well amazing, and then Part 3 isn't that correct?
I like Part 3 a lot too, but like I don't know, some people say Part 2 is better. I can get that perspective. It's one of the best sequels of all time, but I just feel to me, I mean, the first one can't be
I like
done
Part
again.
2
I mean,
because of the multiple timelines.
I've never really gotten it.
And how like these two different people like both have
Like-
like just super similar lives. You know, that's
Well,
the
here's-
thing I found so interesting.
there's a reason Godfather stayed at my number 1 for so long because I just can't think of a reason to put it any lower. It's just when I first watched it, I mean, it was legit. I stood there for a whole hour just thinking about life. That's how it impacted me that much. I was like, what the frick did I just watch? Like, that was freaking amazing.
To be honest, to be honest, that's kind of the reaction I got from The Irishman.
Oh, really? Well, okay.
I don't know if you agree, but like that movie kind of left me in a lot of thought.
Well, once you watch Godfather, you'll be like, yeah, screw you, Irishman, get out of here.
Don't criticize my love for The Irishman, dude.
Bro, that's what I'm
Here's what
saying.
y'all need to see
Irishman,
now.
I've seen so many mob movies. That's why Irishman didn't impress me that much. I have Godfather. Why do I need The Irishman?
I was about to say, have any of you seen Citizen Kane?
I've seen
I
Citizen
haven't
Kane. It's
seen
pretty
it.
good.
Well, I actually haven't. I want to watch it, but I have not seen it yet.
Overrated,
Citizen-
maybe, but it's still really good.
But yeah, it's a classic.
I
so it's
feel
like
the
changed-
overrated argument with Citizen Kane is undermining so much of the impact it actually had.
I'm not saying it is, but some people say it is, and you know.
I know, that's why I dislike that. That's just why I hate the overrated term in general. It doesn't
Yeah.
bring any actual argument aside from, oh, I don't like it because. Or,
Well,
I
that's
don't
just
like
because the
it
critics say it's the
you-
best movie of all time, which I mean.
No. What I'm trying to say is I don't like the term overrated as a principle because the whole thing is it's popular. Therefore,
The
I
word
don't like it or
overrated's
like it
overrated.
As much as you, and it doesn't add any argument. Doesn't
Yeah.
add any perspective. It's super easy to just put it on everything,
Mhm.
and so that's why it bugs me the term overrated because it just doesn't add anything to any conversation. So
Wah, wah, wah.
I'm gonna give your number one, Tate.
Yeah,
Tate already gave his. Christian.
Christian, we already know.
Nausicaa of the Valley of the Wind.
Princess
Oh,
Nausicaa, you'll go die.
I want to watch it so bad.
Oh my god, I love that movie. I want to watch it again, honestly.
You own it now, so you can.
I'm gonna watch it 2 more times. I loved every second of that shit. It was amazing.
Well, it's a weird story. I found it at my library. Thank you, Dad, for introducing me.
My
to
second
Studio
favorite
Ghibli.
anime movie now.
That's what I was about to say. Thank you, Dad, for introducing me to Studio Ghibli. But it was like at the library or something, and I didn't even know it existed. I just saw like the cover of the DVD and just went, this looks interesting. And I watched it and just was.
Yeah.
I just got like so just like crap. That was phenomenal.
Mark, you gotta watch it, bro. They got some of the best voice actors on some of the
I
characters.
heard, and I will definitely watch it. I'm really excited.
And it's one that like over the whole year I kept back to it, borrowing it from the library multiple times. I'm very proud of this, but granted I was also 14 and it was 2015, but anyways. Mark, I was expecting you to just go like be disgusted by the term teen.
Oh, trust me, everybody hates 14-year-olds, and kind of so do I. I hate everybody in my school.
Well, that's why you got us.
I have like 2 adult friends who I can actually have conversations that make sense.
That's because you're so smart, Mark.
I have one friend, or like a couple of friends from my school.
Hey, Mark, what are your grades in school? They must be straight A's if you're picking how smart you are.
They're not good. They're not good. Because I do not have an interest in anything I learned in school. Like,
yeah, that's kind of how I was.
I'm smart in film and music, which are neither categories in school.
Yeah.
So.
I'm a crazy person. I'm trying to major in English studies, but hey, but no, yeah, trying to become my job. I'm hoping to become a professional critic. So.
Well, that might make sense, yeah.
And hence why I'm going into English. One of the things I was gonna say was like that. I literally raised money so I could own the Blu-ray of it.
Yeah, Nausicaa is
yeah.
a special movie.
Now I've hit a point where I'm like, oh, I can buy the Nausicaa.
Like the animation, the music, the story, it's just engrossing. It's just fantastical.
Although I will say, I like the manga movie. The Nausicaa.
I never read the manga, but
I think the manga is far expansive in like thematic and.
Well, it's like Alita movie versus Alita manga. It's not really fair to compare, but I don't know.
Yeah, but I still love the movie. I've seen the movie in theaters, like in actual theaters.
Oh, you got to see it in theaters? That's cool.
Yeah, Ghibli Fest.
Oh, wow.
Oh, nice.
That Fathom Events does. So I saw it in 2016. I saw the dub, the original subtitles.
Nice.
Version in theaters, and then last year I saw it for the English dub.
I might watch the sub just to see the original version. That'd be kind of cool.
The sub is fun. The sub is fun, but you definitely have to actually read the subtitles.
Well, I watch Parasite, so I can read subtitles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, I do like the NOS sub though. So. I haven't even seen the crappy dub of Nausicaa.
No, I'm not gonna watch the other dubs.
All right. Can I go with my number 1?
Well, yes, Mark. What could it possibly be? I have no idea.
It's a surprise. The Empire Strikes Back.
One of the best sequels of all time.
Easily my favorite sequel. What really made this my favorite movie is because I really realized when watching it that Star Wars means like the world to me. Like it's like there's not a franchise I could say means like more to me than Star Wars. It's like changed. Pretty much.
Empire's my favorite Star Wars movie. I mean, it's like amazing, bro.
It's like a lot of people's favorite, but.
Last Jedi is everybody's favorite now. Last Jedi.
Last Jedi is great, dude. I said Empire Strikes Back is everyone's favorite. Christian. We shouldn't talk too much about Star Wars because me and Christian have like this perspective of like.
There's only one Star Wars movie I don't really like too much, and that's Rogue One. The rest of them I really love. I mean,
4 I don't really like. Maybe 5.
I can find enjoyment in Phantom Menace and Attack of the Clones. I know they're bad. The first 2, episode 1 and 2. I know they're bad, but
if I'm being honest, I think it might have been. I'm gonna confess something here.
What?
I didn't actually grow up with Star Wars that much.
It's not something you have to confess.
I really did not get into Star Wars until I was 10.
I got into Star Wars when I was like 6. I just remember, like, somebody bought like some Lego set for me, and I was like, "What the heck is this?" And I like thought they were so cool. And then my dad's like, "All right, let's watch the movies." So we watched all 6 of them when there were only 6, and I was like,
and now
wow.
There's 11 plus 4 TV shows.
And I watched the Clone Wars and everything, and just for like
Clone Wars
straight. Even I literally started a club at my school called the Lego Star Wars Club because I loved Legos and I loved Star Wars. I have so huge collect. I have the Death Star and everything. It's like Star Wars.
The Death Star.
Yeah, I have a huge Star Wars Lego collection.
That's awesome, bro.
And
meanwhile, I have like 3 Lego Star Wars sets, and everything is Ninjago.
I have a lot of Ninjago too.
Bro, Empire Strikes Back's ending is like one of the greatest scenes in cinema. I mean, legit.
God. The score.
I do like Empire. Empire is a fantastic
Look, Luke,
movie.
there's something you don't know about your father. Yeah, you killed him.
He never told you what happened to your father.
He told me you killed him. No, Luke.
No, I
am your father. What?
Dun,
That's
dun,
impossible.
You know what sucks is that one time my family we were talking about Star Wars when I'd only seen the first, or I forgot I hadn't seen them yet, and I knew the character Anakin, and my mom's like, Anakin's Darth Vader, and I'm like, no, and then he's like, and also Darth
Bro,
Vader.
for the longest time, I didn't even know they were the same character.
Literally told me Darth Vader was Luke's father, so it was never a cool twist to me, and I was like, what? And I wish I.
It was never a twist for me either.
I don't think it was a twist for a lot of people.
No, most people know that scene by now, but.
Yeah, so if you have, most people have seen the movie.
I will say the best thing out there is if you look on YouTube, kids reacting to Darth Vader twist.
Oh yeah, yeah.
That is like one of the funnest things to see. Is just kids sheer just shocked.
Well, to be fair, I watched Terminator 2 the first time. I didn't know Arnold was going to be the good guy because I never watched those movies, so I was really surprised to see that. I was like, oh my god, that's freaking crazy. But I don't know.
Empire holds like
I
a very
like
close
Empire.
place to me.
I do like Empire.
And Star Wars as a whole holds a close place to me, and Empire I think is everything amazing about Star Wars. I could also say A New Hope.
Or The Last Jedi.
That's the thing. I like A New Hope more than Empire.
I'll be honest, Last Jedi is not one of my favorites of Star Wars.
It's good, but why is everybody saying it's like the best Star Wars movie? It's just hilarious.
Star Wars movie, you're objectively wrong. It's amazing. I really love the movie, but like, it ain't Empire. It's not A New Hope, and it's not Force Awakens. It's not even Force Awakens, in my opinion.
Well, I love Revenge of the Sith too.
I'm one of those weird people who still thinks Force Awakens is 10 out of 10.
I like Force Awakens.
The Rey catching the lightsaber in Force Awakens might single-handedly.
That was pretty cool.
That might single-handedly be my favorite scene in all of Star Wars.
Bro, I saw Force Awakens when it first came out, and it was like the coolest movie event. It was really cool.
When it came out, keep in mind I was 10, so I was like, oh my god, Star Wars 7. This is unprecedented.
It's finally out. It was such a big deal.
Yeah, and I walked out and I was like, what?
Holy crap!
Everything, and I was like blown away.
Now
Actually,
now all the Star Wars fans want to kill each other, but it's just
I kind of got out of Jurassic World when that came out. Like when Jurassic World came out, I walked out and I was like, that was so amazing. Now I don't think it's really that amazing of a movie.
I still think it's amazing. Jurassic Park for life. Woo!
I really enjoy Jurassic World. I don't love it, but I enjoy it a lot.
Yeah.
It's really.
I'm biased towards Jurassic Park. I love every movie.
Back to Star Wars though.
No, I love Star Wars though. It's also why I don't like Star Wars fans because they do everything
Star
in
Wars
their power.
fans, that's the thing.
Because they try everything. Because it's just turned into. I don't know. It's just turned into you can't enjoy anything with them, and that's the thing that bugs me. Because it's always like. Because it's like, oh, this movie retconned this movie, and I don't like that, and. They don't sound like they're trying to spout off themes. They just sound like they're just, angry. And they're always going to be disappointed. And so, going
Star Wars fandom is quite a crazy
basically
one.
going into the Rise of Skywalker, I said, I do not give a crap what anyone else thinks of this. I don't even know what I'm going to think of this.
Look, I'll just say
We've all
this.
seen how that's played out, but you know how I mean. I don't
this
really
idea
care
to
what they think anymore.
I don't want this idea to come up, so I'll just say it out. The Rise of Skywalker, I do not have an opinion that I base around everybody else's. That opinion of me really not liking it is solely just a lot of it does come from my love of Star Wars because I just feel like it did everything I kind of didn't want it to do.
I can understand that viewpoint. I mean,
I just felt like it kind of just went.
See, I'm on the side of like I really like that movie, but I get why people don't like that movie.
That's the other thing. I get why people. Here's the thing. I get why people dislike Rise of Skywalker. I got why people didn't like Last Jedi because some of the complaints.
Last Jedi. Oh my god.
Get why anybody.
Although I felt
the greatest movie in the universe, so everybody.
Although I felt personally the thing that bugged me the most with all the Last Jedi hate was all the.
I kind of hate it because of how overrating it's getting, bro. It's like every Twitter post I see, Last Jedi.
I don't let fans' reaction to a film ruin it for me, unless it's Green Book.
Green Book.
Green Book was great until the Oscars murdered it.
My big thing with Last Jedi was I had issues with it, but it was pretty much at that point, like, it was pretty much.
Is the
just
movie good?
like-
Yeah, but I mean, it ain't the best movie since Godfather. Everybody, like, why you praising?
Like my big thing was Cantobite. I just felt Cantobite in terms of pacing just didn't really do a lot.
Nobody
I
likes.
got the thematic stuff they were doing with Cantobite, which is why I don't despise Cantobite as a sequence. But just the fact that it just everyone.
I like Rian Johnson. He's a good director. I mean, you know.
It's
just the fact that it turned into like just political and just like this movie is, you know, I don't want to say the term because it drives me nuts and frustrates the heck out of me because it misconstrues the entire point of art as a medium, period, and that's the idea that art can't be political or have any aspect that is slightly political.
Here's my opinion on Rian. I think Rian's a good director, and he gets better with every movie. Knives Out, I think, is better than Ryan Johnson, whatever. I call him Rian, whatever. Ryan Johnson.
He's not a Dark Crystal character.
Ryan Johnson. I think Knives Out's better. I'm sorry, Last Jedi fan. I think Knives Out better.
Knives Out a lot. I love Knives Out a lot more. Knives Out's brilliant. Honestly.
Like, bro, that movie's amazing.
I
like,
could watch any day. It's such a fantastic script.
I'm not discounting Last Jedi because it's good, but it ain't Knives Out. Like, really.
Yeah.
All right, wait, Drake, Christian, go.
I was about to say, the thing that really impressed me when it came to Last Jedi, because I just assumed it was just going to be like another Empire something.
I did like how unique it was. It was not like any other Star Wars movie. I give it that.
But the moment that really stuck with me, it's the three lessons, and the Force doesn't to anyone, and it was at that moment I'm like, everything. The best way to describe it is it just,
and then Rise Skywalker's like, nah, you got to be related to somebody. Sorry.
I don't know. I still feel Rise of Skywalker. That's the other thing is the whole Rise of Skywalker retcon Last Jedi. I don't think that. I can see why it doesn't for some people. I personally.
I thought it was hilarious. I'm like, well, throw that crap out the window. Sorry.
Well, the other thing is she rejects Palpatine name.
I know, it's just funny. Like, screw Last Jedi. It didn't happen.
But the thing I liked about Last Jedi was the fact it finally just took a moment to actually. Something that's always bugged me with Star Wars was the whole light versus dark thing, and this idea that light has to destroy dark and to bring balance. And then like the whole there's always needs to be a balance. It's not about one destroying the other.
Yeah.
It was the moment when I was just like someone finally brought it up. So that's one of my big things with it.
Yeah, it is nice. I like that part.
Again, I don't talk about Last Jedi enough. So.
All right, we're at the 1 hour and 42-minute mark, so we should probably start wrapping up.
Yeah. Well, this has been fun, y'all, but we better head on out.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mark's got to go to bed, and I got to go to work tomorrow, so.
That was a fun discussion about Star Wars.
Star Wars and Bloodshot. He can shoot Rey in the head. Bloodshot walks up to Rey and shoots her in the...
No.
Oh, wait, one more thing we got to mention is Cars 2. Cars 2. We got to mention Cars 2.
Why do we need to mention Cars 2? We need to end the podcast.
We got to mention it every podcast. That's how we ended Cars 2.
Guys, we have to mention Cars 2 because Cars 2 is the greatest movie of all time.
Oh, yeah, Bloodshot Cars 2 is the best movie.
We also have our own ironic favorite movie. Tate's is
Bloodshot. What's your ironic favorite movie, Christian?
I was about to say The Meg, but The Meg I actually genuinely. This is like I genuinely think The Meg is a good movie, so I don't even call it ironic.
Yeah,
ironic.
wasn't that bad?
No, ironically, my favorite, like my ironic, definitely have to be Dark Star, the movie Dark Star.
Dark Star.
Is that where you got Dark Star Studios?
Part of it. Dark Star.
I want to watch that now.
Dark Star is interesting because like John Carpenter and all those John Carpenter.
Yeah.
It was his film student film.
What?
It's his film student film that managed to get a theatrical release, mind you.
No.
That's cool.
And it's a comedy. Kind of. I don't think it was trying to be a comedy.
Christian, you're hurting me. Stop.
All right, what about you?
Online. I recommend it. It's hysterical.
I want to watch it now.
Wait, what? Wait, you said what about me?
Yeah, Mark, what's your favorite ironic movie?
The Cars too.
Oh.
Love it. I love it so much. I hate it. I think it's so good that
It's one of the
bad
best
and
guilty
it's bad
pleasures
and
ever.
It's kind of boring, actually, but it's really freaking stupid. And
It is
enjoyable.
so ridiculously stupid. You can't even believe it's real.
It's my childhood. What can I say? It's my childhood.
Cars 2.
I gave it a 3 out of 10, and I love it.
The only reason it's funny.
Quickly put a heart next to it.
All right, guys.
I
Well.
already have a heart next to it.
Oh.
All right. Let's
Yep.
drop on out.
Time to drop
Bye.
on out. Time to drop on out.
Okay,
Film Sharks logging out. Time to.
All right.
Bloodshot. Bye bye, everybody. Have a good night. We'll see you around.